What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, you become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to, so click the link. Now, with that being said, we are here today with another episode of the Terror Dome Random Encounter Editions. And you already know, let's see who's next. You're next. Shout outs to Toxic Doom. They made this shirt, they made this hat. Shout outs to them. Go ahead and check out their Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. So today we're going to do Terror Dome Random Encounters Edition. You already know what it is. I'm going to click the wheel, let it spin, and it's going to pick two random people. I'm going to talk about those characters. I'm about to talk about those movies. I'm going to tell you who I think will win if these two characters randomly encountered each other. So let's go ahead and get it. First name, please. All right, we got Ben Willis, the Fisherman from the 1997 movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Let's see who goes next. We have him going against the infamous Michael Myers from the 1978 movie Halloween, and also it spawned the sequel Halloween 2. Now, it's very important that you guys understand why I put the dates like that. Now, we all know that Michael Myers in other movies becomes a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? He becomes a little bit supernatural, all right? Once he gets the superpower from the thorn, he becomes supernatural. That's out of the window. In Halloween 1 and 2, Michael Myers is considered human. And we're going to stick to that, okay? And there's a reason for that. I'll talk about that later in the series. But let's stick to this. Halloween 1 and 2, Michael Myers is human. We're going against Ben Willis. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the series. So 1 and 2, we'll talk about that in a minute. So let's go. First and foremost, you know how I like to do. I like to break down each movie. Which movie is the better out of the two of them? This should be very hard. Not really. But anyway, so let's go ahead with the bad one first. I Know What You Did Last Summer is a 1997 movie. Now, this was the revival era. This is when Scream came out, and basically because of Scream coming out, we had a bunch of movies trying to come out, horror movie related, and kind of do the same thing. But if I'm not mistaken, I Know What You Did Last Summer is based on the book. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's based on the book. And a lot of people say that the movie is nothing like the book, and the movie is a piece of trash, all right? And I agree. The movie does not really sit well with me when you watch it years later. It didn't age as well as I thought it would. I recently rewatched it, I want to say about 2 years ago, and I've always thought the Fisherman's character was very iconic, all right? Fisherman character, dope as hell. But when I rewatched the movie, just the characters are bad, the acting is bad, and I just was like, damn, dude, this is a shitty movie. You know, I was kind of bored watching the movie, and then that, what are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? That didn't kind of age well either, but I digress. The movie is about a group of teens. I believe they went on a party or something. They flying on the freeway. They run a man over, leave him for dead. They throw him in the river, and then they act like this never happened ever again. But a year later, there's some notes, there's some messages. People end up dying, and it turns out that the man that they thought they killed wasn't really dead, and now he's out for blood. All right, so that's basically the synopsis of that movie. As interesting as it sounds, it was not as interesting as it sounds. Well, at least it wasn't kind of on the screen. You know, like I said, this movie didn't age well, and it spawned two sequels. Not only one sequel, it actually spawned two sequels. One movie, which I'm not that familiar with, which is part 3, and then I've seen part 2 a long time ago because we rented it from Blockbuster. And I think Brandy's in that damn movie. And I remember they went on some island or something like that, and Ben Willis was still alive, and somehow he survived being killed almost in the first movie, and he got some revenge with his son or something like that. That's what I remember. He teamed up with his son and was trying to kill everybody. He snuck them on this island. That's what I remember. And then part 3 is about the undead version of Ben Willis rising somehow from the dead to kill some teenagers that have nothing to do with anything. So there's that, right? But I have enough idea about Halloween, about I Know What You Did Last Summer 3 to talk about that later, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Now, Halloween 78, super cult classic film, all right? I've seen this movie about 1 billion times. It's about Laurie Strode, this damn babysitter who keeps seeing this man walking around in a damn Captain Kirk mask, all right? Everywhere she goes, she keeps seeing this dude walking around, and she's like, this dude is a weirdo. My man is even driving around the town like he a pimp in a Cadillac, just driving around. Anyway, it turns out that Michael Myers is a deranged killer that escaped an asylum, and you have a drunken Dr. Loomis. The actor was really drunk. A drunken Dr. Loomis riding around town trying to find Michael Myers. And then what ends up happening is that this thing climaxes all the way until we get to Laurie Strode's house, where Michael Myers and her duke it out for her life's sake. All right, so that's basically the synopsis of the movie. Laurie Strode, Dr. Loomis shoots him, he falls out the window, and then you don't see Michael Myers no more. All right. So he falls out the window, falls on the ground, he's gone. All right, boom, that vanished. This was supposed to be a one and done movie. And for those of you that don't know, John Carpenter eventually wanted to do a Halloween anthology. Every movie every year was going to be a Halloween movie, but it was going to be something different. So that's why Halloween Season of the Witch was what it was, because that's what it originally was intended to be. So everybody that trashes Halloween 3, let's keep it a buck here. That's what John Carpenter's original idea was. So stop getting mad at the movie, man. It's actually a good movie. Y'all get mad because Michael Myers ain't in it, but just watch the damn movie. It's fun. Anyway, Halloween 2 rolls around. That's when we find out that Laurie and Michael Myers are related somehow. And we have this final showdown. I believe it's at a hospital. Michael Myers gets set on fire, and, you know, he's bleeding in the eyes and all that good stuff. So this is when Michael Myers is officially dead, but somehow finds a way to get resurrected later on in the series. But again, that's neither here nor there. And that's what I was talking about, the power of the thorn. That's why I kept it. If you looked in the damn little thing when I put the thing and it spun, it's a Halloween 1 and 2. I accidentally put 3 in there, but just ignore that. Anyway, so this is human Michael Myers facing off against human Ben Willis. Now, obviously, Halloween 78 is the better movie between the two. It's not even comparable, right? So let's get into the character breakdown, shall we? Michael Myers. Man, Michael Myers is a very tall, built man, very strong, dude's stealthy as shit, and he carries a kitchen knife, and he seems to be very durable and able to take a whole lot of damage. All right, Michael Myers took gunshots to the chest and kept it pushing, my friend. He fell out of a damn window backwards, hit the back of his head. I don't know if you guys have hit the back of your head before, but that shit kind of hurt. He then fell out the damn house, hit the back of his head, landed on the lawn, out skis, and all of a sudden, disappear. All right. And then in other movies, was set on fire, freaking eyes freaking gouged out damn near. Michael Myers took some beatings. All right. If you didn't watch Halloween, Michael Myers took some beatings. All right. So my man has a high level of durability. Like, he can take a hitting. Now, Ben Willis was getting his ass whooped by some teenagers, some drunken teenagers, some partying teenagers at that. So we're going to go ahead and discuss that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into Ben Willis's character. My man is a dude walking around in a fisherman outfit. He has a hook for a hand. He seems to be kind of strong for just a human, but I guess he's supercharged by the spirit of vengeance or something, because he's ridiculously strong in some of the scenes. But Ben Willis is just an average human. He doesn't really do anything that makes you feel like he's highly durable or anything until you get to the third film, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But 1 and 2, he's pretty simply, he's human. All right, man's human, walks around with a hook. That's about it. That's all you really need to know. On top of that, when you get to I Know What You Did Last Summer 3, that's when things get a little bit weird, because Ben Willis is apparently supernatural and he can only get hurt by his hook. All right, the only thing that could kill him is his hook. But then it's weird because he gets stabbed in the head with his hook and then thrown into a snowplow or like a meat grinder of some sort, or some sort of like utensil with a little spinning blade. He gets thrown into that and he gets turned into chop suey. So I kind of don't understand. I thought the hook was the only thing that could kill him, but he just got shredded into pieces. I didn't really understand it when I saw it, but I was just like, okay, whatever. But then he ends up turning up at the end of the movie anyway, so it ain't like he's really dead. My man is the ultimate hot, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So who wins in a hypothetical battle between these two men? Now, coming out the gate, Ben Willis has the hook, all right? Ben Willis seems to be very, very meticulous with this hook, all right? Michael Myers is a kitchen knife. I believe he uses a scalpel at one point. Michael Myers has a kind of a little variety of weapons, but let's just go ahead and stick to the knife for now, okay? Let's be honest here. They're both human, okay? So let's use human Ben Willis, all right? Human Ben Willis has shown feats of durability because my man damn near died 3 times already, and for some reason he just keeps popping up. He got hit by the damn car. I forgot this man just got hit by a car. He got hit by a car, dumped in the water, and then he still somehow survived. So I guess I'm bullshitting when I said that he ain't really showed any feats of durability, right? My man's pretty durable, but he goes down. That's the thing. He goes down. Michael Myers kind of just stays on his feet when he's getting hit. But that's neither here nor there. Now, I think that Michael Myers takes this only simply because Michael Myers seems to have a little bit more strength. I mean, Michael Myers will crush a damn head. He'll stab a person. He'll lift you up by your throat like this. I mean, look what he did to Bob, right? He lifted the guy up, stabbed him, and then admired his work. Michael Myers is really a physical peak, like a specimen. Like, dude is actually really damn strong. And I don't really think that Ben can keep up with the strength, because really in the realm of honesty here, when we're talking, either man could take it if we dial it down to them being mortals, okay? If they're both mortals, any fatal blow could lay somebody down. The difference is that Michael Myers seems like he's taking more fatal, what would seem to be more fatal hits, and he keeps moving. I mean, somebody getting burned alive will not continuously moving. Somebody shot in the chest a couple of times will not continue to move. Somebody that fell out of a house will not continuously move. I mean, Ben Simmons. Damn, I'm over here thinking about the basketball player. Anyway, Ben Willis did take a hit by a car. He got dumped in the ocean. And I forgot how he died at the end of the first damn movie, or died at the first end of the movie, right? But I really think that Michael Myers could come on top of this one. I think based off of strength alone, I think Michael Myers is going to overpower old Benny, and he's just going to, give him a quick little stabbing, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that the Hook does present a interesting weapon, because he can possibly try to get the knife out of Michael Myers' hand, and you can kind of do some really interesting stuff with the Hook. But the problem is the Hook is going to, you hit Michael Myers with the Hook, you're kind of stuck in close range to Michael Myers. And I think that's the last place you want to be with old Mikey. You know what I mean? So I think that Ben's going to hit Michael Myers with the Hook. That's going to get him stuck for close range combat. Michael's going to end the job right then and there. Because again, Michael is not your average human being. If Ben comes into this assuming that Michael Myers is a human being and he's just some simple mortal, which Michael Myers is, but technically he has like this high freaking level of durability. He swings the Hook, hits Michael Myers in maybe like the chest cavity or something. Michael Myers goes in with the quick stabs, puts Ben down, and then I think Michael Myers is going to make sure that the job is finished. Because Michael Myers will look at you and breathe for a cool 5 minutes before he walks away. And Michael Myers walks away pretty damn slow. So if he notices that Ben starts rolling around and makes groggy noises, he's probably going to come back and finish the damn job. Michael Myers don't walk too fast. My man walks like a senile old elderly man. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. I think Michael Myers is going to win this, because Ben Willis's close range weapon is going to get him stuck against Michael Myers. This is a Hook. Regardless of where you hit Michael Myers with the Hook, your hand is attached to it because you have that handle piece right there. So when you swing, it's going to hit, it's going to hook, and you're kind of stuck unless you apply like a really big amount of pressure to pull that damn hook out. Michael Myers is going to have the knife, give him one, and he's going to continue to go until he feels like Ben is down. I don't know if Ben has ever took a variety of stabs to the chest, face, or neck, but I think that these are definitely going to be wounds that will put him down. Now, if we just do this hypothetical situation and we put Michael Myers against spiritual version of Ben Willis, we need to have Michael Myers take the weapon away from Ben and use it against him. The question is, does Michael have the intelligence to do so? And then even when you do that, though, when you really think about it in the realm of reality, that shit didn't even kill him, because the girl took the damn hook away from him, ended up in the middle of nowhere, and the fisherman ended up behind her after she done hooked this man on the head and threw him into the damn machine. So I don't know if the hook even does anything. Like, once he becomes spiritual or supernatural, he becomes more like a phantom. So it's like he'll just continuously come back. You know what I'm saying? It might be like an ultimate duel to the death, which if we're playing a long game and Michael Myers being human and all, I don't know how many. I think Michael Myers is still going to be able to withstand a butt ton of stab wounds before he gets put down. Because remember, in part 2, he had to be set on fire in order to end it for good. You know what I'm saying? And shot in the head, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen Halloween 2 in a cool minute. I need to rewatch that one, but I've seen Halloween 1 a bunch of times, But anyway, I think if we're looking at the spiritual thing, it's just probably going to last forever. Ben gonna keep popping up, maybe year after year after Michael Myers' wounds, because I think that's what it might be. It might be one of them things where Ben's spirit gets killed for a year and he has to wait a whole nother year to respawn. And if that's the case, then Michael Myers is going to just be fully healed. They could fight again, and then Ben disappears for a whole year on vacation in Cancun, and then comes back a whole year later to fight Michael again. If that's the case, then Ben's just going to keep taking L after L after L, and it's just going to be an endless dance. So even in that situation, I think Ben is going to take a whole bunch of L's, but that's just me though. But anyway, in this case, I got to give the dub to Michael Myers from Halloween 1 and 2, 78. You know what I'm saying? And he's pulling away with a win in this one. So let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you guys would think will win? Do you think Ben Willis will ever pull off a fight against Michael Myers? And this isn't biased at all. I'm not picking Michael Myers simply because, he's obviously a fan favorite. You see that little knife right there with his face on it. It ain't because of that. It's literally because logically, Michael Myers is going to win this fight. I mean, again, the hook is a close range weapon. He's not going to be able to get far away from Michael Myers after he uses it. And he's stuck in close range proximity to Michael Myers, where Michael Myers does his best damage work at. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not like the Fisherman has many long range weapons. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the outcome of this fight. Do you guys think that Ben Willis will ever win this fight? Like, seriously? Like, honestly? Or do you think Michael Myers is always going to come out with a dub? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. You are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys had a magnificent day. And I got something cool in store for you guys next week. So until then, adios.